What is up, everybody? My name is Ryan and this is Project Race Car, and today we're going to be replacing the brake pads and brake rotors on my 3 Series BMW. It is a 1991 318 IS, and it needs new brakes because whenever I press on the brakes, the steering wheel shakes, which is from a warped rotor. And I'll be bringing you guys along for the ride. Before this video gets started, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It really does help me out with the YouTube algorithm, and I very much appreciate it a lot. So as you guys can see, this has a good lip on it on both sides, and the actual brake pads down there are resting and looking a little bit horrible. So since I just replaced the rack in here, I decided while the car is up, I might as well do the brakes. So I went ahead and got brand new rotors, brand new brake pads. The whole thing at O'Reilly's cost me about $230, which isn't bad for a full set. But the first thing that you want to do naturally is jack up the car, get it on jack stands, take off the tires, and then what we'll do is we will remove the bolts on the caliper. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and be the one to say that I needed new brakes for sure. These things are crusty. They have a little, they have life on them, but you should for sure replace brakes. These ones are looking rough too, but I'm glad that we're actually replacing these. And you can see that this side is even worse and needed to be replaced. So it's a good thing that we're doing this. Here's the other pad just for reference. You can stick a screwdriver in the cooling disc and actually remove this bolt that holds the actual disc on. You guys know what I'm saying. So if you run into the issue that I'm having where the set screw is stripped on both sides, I'm just going to use an easy out. So we're going to drill this hole out. Cool, and then we'll be able to fit our easy out in there and just crank it and bust it loose. So just for reference and comparison, this is the old brake pad and this is the new one. So we are pretty low on the tread there. So it's a good thing that we're doing this. The easy out worked on both sides since it doesn't have that high of a torque. So we got the actual hubs off, and you can see in a certain angles you can see the actual warpness of the rotor, so it's good that we are also replacing this as well. Well, boys and girls, I have some bad news. The set screws that stripped, those are about a week out to ship here because they are not at the local auto parts store, so I have to wait for those to come in. So if you are doing this job, go ahead and order the set screws before with your brakes. That way you won't have this issue. You can replace the set screw and it won't strip. So again, it's always a good idea. So for right now, I'm going to clean up the garage. For you guys, it will not be a couple days wait. So for the next clip, it will be a couple days later, but we'll be able to fix and finish the brakes. Alright team, so we are still waiting on the set screws for the actual brake rotors, but I decided to, that I had some time to jack up the E30 and get the rear brakes off. So I'm going to do that now and kind of take you guys through the process. So we're going to start by just prying on this little guide pin, and then it pops out. You have to pry it a decent amount, so and then it just pops out and we should be able to finagle it out. At least that's the dream. I don't know what it's caught on. Okay, just, yeah. So get this off, and then we're going to remove these caps back here that should expose some bolts for us. So on the back side, you'll just pry up, and there are gonna be some hex bolts. And there, and there. And these are gonna be a 7mm hex. So then just yeet these off. I'm gonna set down the camera so that I have some more leverage. Next, what we are gonna do is we are gonna get the two 17mm bolts that hold on the caliper bracket, and then we will get the set screw off and be able to pull off the hub. Now the thing is that a lot of the times you can get rotors resurfaced, but this thing has seen some days. The more times you resurface them, the easier they are to actually warp and cause issues. So in some of my brake rotors, you can actually see the warpness on them. And so we're just going to trash these and get some new ones. The E30 is due for some. Nice. Out with the old, in with the new. Alright team, so we got the brake rotors on, we got the brake pads in. Ooh, all we need is the guide clip. Just gotta slide that bad boy in. This is really hard to do with one hand. Perfect. Yeah, that should be good. Hopefully we won't die. But the suspension is in, the brake rotors are on, brand new brakes, sprayed the inside, looks a little bit better. Naturally I should have done it without the things, without the suspension in, but alas, what can you do? I am so excited. Let's get these wheels back on and then we should be good to go, besides the front. Alright guys, so you can see on the new rotor there's just a lot of grease and stuff, and you always want to get this off because this is a very sticky material and it will ruin your brakes. So that's why we got the brake clean. We're just going to spray it down on the back side, and then we will put it in our set screw and mount it up to the car. So when you're putting on the actual rotor, make sure to have it seat completely flush before you tighten down the set screw. But we got it on, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to look at our piston, and we're going to put an old brake pad on this piston. And then what we'll do is we will use this big C-clamp to slowly press it in, and I'm talking really, really slowly. And what that's gonna do, it's going to compress the piston enough for us to slip it on. And what we're also going to do is we're going to put our bracket back on in the same way that it came off. So we got all of the brakes on, all of the brake pads on, and everything is looking good. So what we're gonna do is we are going to, we'll be able to drop the car, put the tires on, and take her for a spin. But these brakes should be so much better than the last ones, and these should actually stop pretty well. So what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna go around and make sure all the bolts are tight, make sure everything's looking good, and making sure that everything is safe to drive on. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode today. And until next time, my name is Ryan. This is Project Race Car. Have an amazing day. Peace.